Hi, I'm Audrey Childers, your Public Information Officer, and this is a summary of the November 27th Board Work Session. Joel Carter and Anna Creed, architects with Jumper Carter Cease, presented the board with a possible one-story layout for the new school in Darlington. The T-style school better fits the limitations of the property at Kane Elementary School. The staffs of Brunson Dargan Elementary School and Kane Elementary School will have the opportunity to review the layout and the plans to make sure it meets their needs before the board gives their final approval. And we look forward to sharing all of this with our community members. The board received information from Maggie Blackman, our interim chief financial officer, about the many capital projects within Darlington County School District. Ultimately, the board members decided to table the discussion, giving Ms. Blackman, Irvin McElveen, our operations director, and Dr. John Timms, our finance consultant, an opportunity to go back and create a list of prioritized needs and those associated costs. The board heard from district lawyer Jay James about property the board plans to give to the city of Darlington for recreational use. The board voted in June to give property by the Virgil Wells Park and by Swift Creek to the city. The city recently had the land surveyed, and the board discussed the proposed property lines as well as potential limitations and restrictions on the land, including ensuring that access to the B.A. Gary complex is maintained. No votes were taken, of course, and they'll discuss it again at an upcoming board meeting. The board briefly discussed moving to a block schedule district-wide. There are pros and cons to the schedule, including scheduling challenges and recruiting benefits. Dr. Charlie Burry, principal of Hartsville High School, did a good job of sharing both sides. Darlington County was on a block schedule for many years until moving to the normal skinny schedule due to budget restrictions. The board has asked the administration to form a committee with principals, teachers, and administrators to come up with recommendations for the board to review. There was also some discussion about waiting until the new superintendent is on board before making any big changes like this. The board briefly discussed what to do with school buildings that will not be needed once the new schools are built. Several groups have expressed an interest in using the old buildings. The board will discuss those at a later date, and no specifics were given. In other business, board member Wanda Hassler shared with the board an evaluation for superintendents that she received from another district. She asked the board members to consider how they would like to evaluate superintendents in the future. Finally, there was a brief discussion about moving the kindergartners who are zoned for Washington and West Hartsville Elementary to the new school once the school is completed and out of Southside Early Childhood Center. Doing so will give the students space in the new school, make all of the new elementary schools consistent grade-wise across the district, and free up much-needed space at Southside Early Childhood Center, perhaps eliminating most or all of the mobile units over there. The board decided they needed more information before they make any decisions or move forward on that, so that's what they'll be doing next. And that's what happened at the November 27th Board Work Session. I'm Audrey Childers, and thank you for watching.